Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Bringing you the news from Sri Lanka and across the world, it's your national news broadcast on Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. I'm Kumbal Perhara.
A pleasant evening. I'm Dilanjali Anand, and these are headlines for tonight. The Sri Lanka Customs records the highest monthly income in July. The Land Deeds Presentation National Program is to commence from Kilinochchi on the 13th of this month. Measures to cultivate coconuts in 16,000 acres in the northern province this year. A special counter to be opened at the Katunayake airport tomorrow to provide temporary driving licenses to incoming tourists. Nighttime illumination of the Nine-Arch Bridge. Bollywood superstar Hrithik Roshan arrives in the island. US President Donald Trump in a firm decision regarding a statement of a former Russian president.
Media spokesman of the Sri Lanka Customs, Sivali Aruggoda, says the highest revenue in the history of Sri Lanka Customs within a month amounting to 231 billion rupees has been recorded.
He points out that according to this is a progress, it has become possible to easily reach the revenue target of 2,115 billion rupees during this year. Media spokesman of the Sri Lanka Customs, Sivali Aruggoda, said that although a revenue of 27 billion rupees had been reported by the end of the first 6 months of the year, it was in the past month that Sri Lanka recorded the highest ever monthly revenue in customs history of 231 billion rupees. He stated that such a large amount had never before been collected in a single month, marking a record in the history of Sri Lanka Customs. He further mentioned that the revenue target for this year is 2,115 billion rupees and that so far 1,227 billion rupees have already been collected. He expressed with satisfaction that as of July 31st, which was 116 billion rupees ahead of the expected revenue for that date.
Now in more local news, the temporary driving license for a duration of 1 month provided to tourists arriving in Sri Lanka could be obtained from a special counter at the Bandaranaike International Airport from tomorrow. Commissioner General of Motor Traffic, Attorney at Law Kamal Amarasinghe, has disclosed this fact at a media briefing today. Commissioner General of Motor Traffic, Attorney at Law Kamal Amarasinghe, has said that from tomorrow temporary driving licenses will be issued to tourists at the Bandaranaike International Airport at Katunayake. He stated that a temporary driving license will be issued for a period of corresponding to the tourist visa duration, usually up to 1 month. He added that until now, this process was only done at the Verahera office, but now they are pleased to announce that a special counter has been opened at the Katunayake International Airport. From tomorrow, tourists can obtain a temporary driving license directly from the airport without having to visit the Department of Motor Traffic. He further said that this will allow tourists to rent a vehicle and travel to their destination directly from the airport with ease.
National program to provide land deeds is scheduled to be commenced from the Kilinochchi district on the 13th of this month. Minister K.D. Lal Kant, participating in a discussion in Ambalipitia yesterday, said the program to hand over deeds will commence from the date continuously throughout the country. The meeting was attended by farmer organizer representatives in the Mahawali Valava zone and the Mahawali officials. The minister has taken part in a program to symbolically hand over green gram seeds to farmers in Sevanagala and Kiribban areas in parallel to this event. Another program was conducted yesterday for the provision of water pumps and solar panels to farmers in the Valava region. The aim of this program was to familiarize the farmers on ways of reducing expenditures in crop production and usage of renewable energy. Minister K.D. Lal Kant said that the land sector in Sri Lanka had become a major hub of corruption within the public service. He stated that government lands, Mahawali lands and other lands were all being distributed in a problematic and often unregulated ways, which had been widely reported. Due to these concerns, former President Ranil Wickremesinghe had initiated a decisive turnaround and launched a process to properly verify ownership before granting land deeds. The minister explained that instead of following the legitimate procedure to determine rightful ownership, lands were often handed over with just a letter from the divisional secretary. He said that once a person obtained this so-called deed, they could easily divide the land into small plots and sell them to however they wished, turning state land into a tradable commodity, which was wrong. He further stated that although such practices were being halted, the government had now corrected the entire process and would launch a national program to issue proper ownership certificates starting from the Kilinochchi district on the 13th of this month. From there, the program would be implemented across the entire country on a daily basis. The minister further said that within the next few months alone, 25,000 deeds would be issued in the Mahaweli region as part of this new regulated approach to land distribution.
Plans are underway to cultivate coconut in an extent of 16,000 acres under the Northern Coconut Triangle program this year. Minister Samantha Widyarathne has made these remarks participating in a program in Vaunia yesterday. Coconut saplings and fertilizer subsidy were handed over to the farmers in the area on this occasion. The minister has also discussed on the problems faced by the farmers. Minister Samantha Widyarathne said that in 2015, 15 million rupees had been allocated specifically for the Coconut Triangle region. The government had planned to cultivate 1,700 acres of coconut this year, and it is expected to cultivate an additional 1,700 acres next year. Furthermore, he stated that by the year 2027, plans are underway to cultivate another 8,000 acres. He explained that the goal was to establish a total of 50,000 acres of coconut plantations within 5 years with government intervention. He said that the government was prepared to provide a subsidy of 30,000 rupees per acre to support this effort. He also mentioned that the official launch in the Northern Coconut Triangle was scheduled to be attended by President Anura Kumara Dissanayake on September 2nd of this year.
The attention of the government has been focused to develop the joint farms of Polonnaruwa, Kandakadu and Trikona Madu, belonging to the National Livestock Development Board. Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath has made these observations while participating in an observation tour on the present situation of the farms. The Kandakadu farm, located in the sprawling landscape of 7,000 acres, had earlier become popular as the largest farm in South Asia. An extent of 3,000 acres of this farm was maintained by the Kandakadu Army Camp. Currently, the farm is restricted to 800 acres of land with paddy fields engaged in the cultivations in the Maha season. Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath also stated that the farm will be redeveloped as an animal farm committed to enhancing the local animal production as well as crop production on short and long-term basis. Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath said that the National Livestock Development Board owns several farms in the Polonnaruwa district and emphasized that every inch of land must be utilized for development. There should not be even a single unused plot. He explained that one of the farms had been established in the 1970s, and while technology at that time was limited, modern agricultural technology is now highly advanced. The minister also said that there is an ongoing legal case regarding approximately 4,000 acres of land that had purportedly been allocated to the private sector during the previous government. He stated that not all of that land had been cultivated. According to him, their intention is to involve local communities in the productive manner.
The Meteorology Department forecast intermittent thunder showers accompanied with lightning may occur in the northern, north-central, eastern and Uva provinces as well as in the Hambantota district tonight. Provincial strong winds may take place at times of thunder showers. The department requests the general public to take necessary precautions to minimize the incidents caused due to lightning.
Now, measures are underway to illuminate with lightning the 9-arch bridge in the Ala tourism zone during night time. This bridge has won the attraction of many local and foreign tourists. The 9-arch bridge between the Ala and the Damodara railway station was constructed during the British colonial period. The 104-year-old bridge is 80 feet high, 300 feet long and has a width of around 25 feet. A special program to provide novel experiences to the tourists to feel the beauty of the bridge during daytime and also to provide them an opportunity to view the structure under coloured lights is being speedily implemented. In the creation of numerous rays of lights, environmental friendly colour compositions and electrical lighting equipment are being used. Both the 9-arch bridge as well as the tunnelway will be illuminated. The European Union is extending financial aid to the project, jointly implemented by the Uva Province Tourism Ministry and the Central Cultural Fund on full permission of the Department of Railways. A sum of 17 million rupees is being invested in this program.
Bollywood star Hrithik Roshan has arrived in Sri Lanka today to declare open the Cinnamon Life City of Dreams Hotel in Sri Lanka. Indian actor Hrithik Roshan is scheduled to attend the ceremony at the Cinnamon Life City of Dreams Hotel tonight. This is the largest investment project in Sri Lanka as well as the first integrated hotel complex in South Asia.
The fourth Kumbal Perhara of the Kandy Asala festival parades the streets tonight.
The procession has started at the auspicious time of 6:54 p.m. today. The fourth Kumbal Perhara is scheduled to return to the Sri Dalada Maligava, proceeding through Dalada Vidya, E.L. Senanayaka Vidya and Queen Street. The casket with the sacred relics is being carried by Sinharaja Tusker of the Sri Dalada Maligava. The other Tuskers, Pulatisi Raja of the Sri Dalada Maligava and Kote Raja of the Kote Raja Mahaviharya, accompany the majestic Tusker.
The annual clinic being organized for the elephants participating in the Kandy Asala Festival procession has commenced today through leadership of the Faculty of Veterinary Science of the University of Peradeniya. Nearly 70 domesticated elephants are scheduled to take part in the Perhara. Inspection of the health condition of these elephants prior to the commencement of the Sri Dalada Perhara is a customary procedure each year. In the inspection conducted last year, it had been revealed that disease of tuberculosis was spreading among the elephants. However, Professor Ashoka Dangola of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Peradeniya, said that it has been established at this year's clinic that there has been a clear reduction in the affliction of eye, foot and tuberculosis diseases among elephants in comparison to the situation prevailed last year. Professor Ashoka Dangola said that the prevalence of diseases found in these elephants' feet and significantly decreased over the period of about 20 years. He said that many eye-related illnesses had also reduced during the time. Although the exact numbers were still unknown, he explained that this trend showed that awareness programs conducted over the past 2 decades, especially among elephant handlers and monks, had a positive impact on elephant health. He also added that disease number had declined and that people had become more responsive in informing the veterinarian immediately upon detecting symptoms. In addition to the medical clinic on elephants, an inquiry was conducted to ascertain the health conditions of the mahouts as well. It has been found out that at this inquiry that many of those engaged in dealing with the elephants were addicted to some form of narcotics. Dr. Indika Virasekara of the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital said that apart from the attention given to the elephants, he did not believe enough attention was being paid to the health of the mahouts or handlers. He said that around 95% of them were at the final stage of oral health deterioration due to constantly chewing betel leaves, which could significantly increase the risk of oral cancer. He emphasized that this needed urgent attention. In addition, he mentioned that many were addicted to substances, especially alcohol and cigarettes, and that condition like fatty liver.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya emphasized the importance of building female leadership in today's society, stating that the Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association possesses the ability to fulfill this need. The Prime Minister made these remarks at a ceremony held in Temple Trees yesterday. Sri Lanka Girl Guides Association is the world's largest voluntary organization for women. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya.
Girl guiding in Sri Lanka was introduced to Sri Lanka in 1917, as many of you know, in Girls High School, Kandy, by Miss Jenny Calverley Green, the then Deputy Principal from the United Kingdom, and has since grown into a national movement reaching communities across the island, from Jaffna to Batticaloa, Galle, Colombo and beyond. Today, we honor not only the dedication of the awardees, but also the support of their families, teachers and guide leaders who have walked with them on this journey.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says that it is a responsibility of the government to safeguard the rights of the citizens who are being tormented due to certain media propaganda. He has made these remarks at a ceremony held at the BMICH in Colombo today. The event was held in connection with the handing over of diploma certificates to a group of students who have completed the 10th course titled Media Studies and Journalism conducted by Sri Lanka Press Council. 315 course participants have received diplomas on this occasion. A special guest lecture under the topic The Importance of Media Education Amidst New Tendencies in Communication has delivered by acclaimed senior professor Arya Ratna Atugala. Minister Dr. acclaimed senior professor Sunanda Mahendra and were also among those who attended the event. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that if everyone is to be accepted as a journalist, then greater responsibility must fall on individuals regarding how their writings and broadcast affect the public. He stated that in many cases it is the newspaper headline written by journalists that draws the most attention, as that is often what people read first, regardless of the article's content. He noted that how the message is interpreted depends on the reader's level of understanding, but that does not necessarily mean those interpretations are accurate.
Japan has further extended support to demining activities in the northern province. The government of Japan has provided approximately US $450,000 for the current phase of the demining project. Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, Akio Isomata, has signed the grant contracting demining project under the scheme of grant assistance to grassroots human security projects with Anand Chandrasiri, the director and program manager of the Delvan Assistance for Social Harmony, with Dash to extend its support for humanitarian demining activities in the northern province of Sri Lanka. Japan has been a major donor in demining activities in Sri Lanka since 2002, and the total assistance amounts to approximately $48 million. Reiterating the significance of assistance, Ambassador Somata said the GGP scheme is based on the concept of human security.
To advance nation and community building through empowerment and protection of individuals, especially the vulnerable. To live happily and to live in dignity, free from fear and want, which just matches the efforts undertaken by the Dash. As a steadfast partner of Sri Lanka in its post-conflict recovery and reconciliation efforts, Japan has extended over $48 million since 2002 using this scheme of GGP, and today's signing is another milestone in our assistance to the people of Sri Lanka. In this regard, Dash has been tirelessly working on demining in the most challenging areas for nearly 15 years. It is not an easy job, as we all know, and I also learned it firsthand when I visited the demining site in Palai Kilinochi, February this year. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to Dash for their dedication and untiring efforts and trust. Thank you very much.
Thank you, His Excellency.
The University of Colombo celebrates the 40th anniversary of commencing the Master of Arts in International Relations, the oldest postgraduate international relations degree in the country. Along with that, the university also celebrates the 15th anniversary of the establishment of the Department of International Relations. To commemorate the dual anniversary, the IR department formally launched a special anniversary volume named Reflections on International Relations. The publication was consisted of 19 original scholarly articles authored by the staff and invited authors who are alumni of MAIR degree program. Some of those authors are practitioners who represent various sectors in the field of international relations. The book launching ceremony was held under the patronage of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo, Professor Indika Mahesh Karunaratna. The keynote address was delivered by Senior Professor Amal Jayawardena. Former members of the academic staff of the IR department, current academic staff members and several other distinguished guests participated in the ceremony.
And now for a few more local news items in brief. A suspect who was shot and killed a person at the Hungama Pittaniyaya at noon today later on surrendered himself at the Hungama police station. The deceased was a 32-year-old resident of Hungama. The police says a personal dispute has been the reason for the killing. They also say a firearm of 12 bore was used. The suspect arrested was a 41-year-old resident of the Pingam area. 42 persons were injured when a bus toppled in the Timbripola Dehiovita this morning. The police suspect that the incident was caused due to the driver of the bus falling asleep at the wheel. The ill-fated bus was engaged in transporting employees from Darniyagala to a factory in the Sitaok export processing zone in Avisavella. The 42 injured passengers were admitted to the Avisavella district hospital. A meeting between British High Commissioner in Sri Lanka Andrew Patrick and Minister of Power Kumar Jayakodi was taken place yesterday, and the meeting was conducted with the objective of enhancing bilateral relations in the field of power and energy. Deputy Minister Arun Hemachandra says Sri Lankan citizens are obtaining extensive job opportunities in countries including Japan, Korea and Israel. He has made these remarks on the occasion of the establishment of many new offices of several divisions of the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau in Battaramulla. A special coordinating meeting on tourism in the Matara district was held at the Matara district secretary yesterday. The meeting was presided over by Deputy Minister Ruwan Ranasinghe. Opinions were expressed on this occasion regarding the program to create a tourist zone amalgamating the areas of Hirikatiya, Mirissa and Denyaya. A midday food dansala was opened yesterday on the instructions of the chief incumbent of the Paramadhamma Chethiya Pirivena Ratmalana, Venerable Dr. Maitipe Vinimalasara Thera. It will be conducted till the 31st of this month. The dansala has been organized to invoke merits at the 25th death anniversary of the then chief incumbent, Venerable Dr. Mapalagama Vipulasara Thera. The Nethdula Puta one-day fishing craft which went to sea from Potupitiya Wadua was reported to have toppled in mid-sea, and the fishermen in the craft were rescued by a group of fishermen in another craft. The boat was rescued in the Waskadua area.
Deputy Minister Nama Karunaratne says that special attention is to be focused on the increasing of salaries of government employees through the upcoming budget. He was addressing the annual sessions of the Sri Lanka Animals Development Advisory Association. Deputy Minister Nama Karunaratne said that everyone would have to make sacrifices. He stated that what they had done so far was to work closely with the people and that there was no administrative division he had not visited. Because of this, he emphasized that they were people who had truly stayed connected to the grassroots and that they had a good understanding and strong empathy for the public's sentiments. He said that they could genuinely feel the heartbeat of the people and that this sense of responsibility had been entrusted to them for that very reason. As a government and also as individuals who understand the people's issues, they had a real awareness of the problems being faced. The Deputy Minister added that they were now in a position where they must address these challenges by implementing proper systems and strategies. Therefore, he said a new national budget would be presented in next November, during which public sector salaries would be increased once again. United States President Donald Trump said that he had ordered 2 nuclear submarines to reposition near Russia in response to recent comments made by Russian leader Dmitry Medvedev. Trump stated on his platform Truth Social that the move followed what he called highly provocative statements by former Russian President Medvedev. He said the submarines were placed in appropriate regions as a precaution. The former Russian president had earlier warned Trump to be aware of how dangerous the fabled dead hand can be, referring to Russia's Cold War-era nuclear weapon system. Trump noted that words could lead to unintended consequences and expressed hope that this situation would not escalate further.
A ceremony was held at the official residence of the Japanese ambassador in Sri Lanka for the Japanese cricket team engaged in a tour in the island. Now the team has arrived in Sri Lanka to engage in a warm-up session. The event was attended by Japanese ambassador in Sri Lanka, Isomata Akio, president of Sri Lankan cricket, Shammi Silva, head coach Sana Jayasuriya, captain of the one-day team Charita Salanka, and several other Sri Lankan team members. A program is underway at present to upgrade the sport of cricket in countries which have not received full membership of the International Cricket Council. It was under this program the Sri Lankan cricket has taken measures to extend support to uplift cricket in Japan. It has also been reported that the Japanese cricket team is also scheduled to participate in the tournament to select the eligible teams to be participating in the forthcoming Eastern Asian Pacific Cricket Tournament as well as in the Asian World Cup Cricket Tournament. The Japanese team is in the island to receive training in this regard, and the training session is comprised of 7 matches. Well, that was a look at your news here at ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation. I've been Kumbal Perhara to be with Dulanjali Anand. I wish you nothing but a pleasant evening and a wonderful weekend.
Good night.